Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy Friday to all. Hopefully, you are enjoying your start to the weekend and you finished up your working week or your schooling week off well. Today, we are back with the gentleman from over in the AIMERS camp. AIMERS, boy group that debuted last year, and we've been kind of following pretty closely ever since debut. They're one of the groups that after debuts, I've been keeping up with pretty closely. I've enjoyed all their music. It's been a good time so far. But it is their latest era. I guess technically it's their latest era. They debuted last year. They dropped a little single, I think called Firework, right after the turn of the year. And now they're back with their new release titled Bubble, which is very exciting indeed. By the name of the title, I'm hoping it's a little bit of a summery vibe, because it is now May. In fact, it's almost mid-May by definition, which means the summer release schedule should be starting up very soon. We should be getting a little bit more brighter music, bubblier music, some brighter, high-energy music, which is very exciting. Summer releases are some of my favorite throughout the year, and, maybe we might be getting an early start here. I don't know. I don't know what these are supposed to sound like, but here we go. I have no captions, but we have 4K. And frankly, I'm probably just going to be too focused on the music anyways to read lyrics if there were any, or at least understand them. So it all works out in the end for me. But here we go. AIMERS Bubble. Oh yeah, it's bright. Okay, little video game concept. I like that even the music itself very much has influences of that video game sound, but isn't overly video gamey, if that makes sense. Bubbly, bubble. Oh, big switch for the second verse. Okay, or for the second flow. Wait. Bridge? Oh, we're having another fight inside moment. Hold on. Nice way they masked the key change there. This little post-chorus motif, I reckon, is going to be stuck in a lot of people's heads who listen to it. Oh. Oh. That was tasty. That was very tasty indeed. AIMERS always kind of keeps me on my toes a little bit. Because admittedly, they don't have a lot of music as of yet. They have a 4-track EP that they debuted with. They had their 1-track single from last era with Firework, and I believe this one has a B-side as well. I don't know if it's a double title, but it's a 2-track single. So they have a grand total of 7 songs. But the fact that 2 titles out of their 3 releases have had kind of a sudden music, like, I don't even know how to articulate this in an effective way, but the way AIMERS and their music team have incorporated the kind of seemingly random little style switches in their music. I mean, it's not random, it's purposely meant to be there, but it was the same thing with Fight Inside, where in the middle of the song it suddenly goes into this major element for like 2 bars, and you're left thinking, where the heck did that come from? How did that happen? Bubble has kind of given me the exact same sensation for it, and I think it's really interesting that it's happened twice with the same group. Let us go back to that section, if I can even find it. No, actually, is this the rap verse? Wait, where's the I don't know why, but whenever a rapper throws a little bit of the into their flow, I find it so sad. I love that sound. I don't know. It's the little things that I find so like unnecessarily amusing. But anyways, the switch. Where's the switch? Here, okay. So, by having this kind of moment of musical off the railness, where essentially what's going to happen moving forward here is this song is going to completely break free from what the home key was for this song. It's going to change chord sequences, it's going to change what key it's in, and it comes at you really suddenly. And I think a part of that has to do with the fact that it's coming immediately following a rap verse. So rap verses in pop music, typically the kind of instrumental and the backing track behind it goes a little bit more minimal to accommodate for the rapping flow, because an extremely musically intricate instrumental track and an extremely rhythmically intricate rapping verse tend to clash with each other. It's just kind of the way pop music and rap music just worked out being. Like, intricacy on both levels don't really work together, so one has to give way. Typically that means the instrumental part gives way, which kind of sets up the rest of the song so that whatever phrase following it is going to have a much more impactful transition into it, because it's going to be a lot more sudden of a change. But what AIMERS have done with Bubble, this is beyond extreme, because this is the only time in the song where this happens. And it really catches you off guard if you're paying attention to it. So far, it's okay. Again, all of a sudden we're in this brand new key, new chord sequence again. And then we're back into the original chorus motif, but in the new key now. And that transition into the new key, you don't really know. I think if you've got a better ear for it, you'll know. But you don't really know where the home key is anymore in that little musical kind of roller coaster where it's switching keys and chord sequences. You don't really know until you get back into the chorus. And you're set in that new key. It's a melody that you recognize again. It's just pitched up one now. And I love the way that they've masked that key change because there is that element, there's that section of musical uncertainty for me where I don't know where I am. And then all of a sudden, boom, we're back to the norm, but we're in a different key now. And I think little things like that is really interesting. But also, this chorus is really good. I love this new key and how bright it sounds now. Lots of background vocals. Yeah, frankly, that's I think my most like iconic point of the song is that entire musical roller coaster and key change. That's so cool. You know, if AIMERS decide to go with that concept of that kind of experimentalness where they just in the middle of the song suddenly throw in a little bit of extra spice. It's like, you know those memes where it's like if you own a cat and you work at home and all of a sudden your cat walks across the keyboard as you're typing an essay, you just get cluster of letters and then it's back to normal typing again. There is an element of that to AIMERS' title tracks, especially with Bubble and Fight Inside. Both have had elements where all of a sudden the song just switches out of nowhere, unprovoked. And then it's business resumed after that little interlude where the song changes. But if that's the direction they want to go with AIMERS in their music, I wouldn't be mad at it because I think it's really interesting what they're doing with it. Because it's essentially a more distilled version of the mid-song genre switch that I feel like a lot of SM groups did. Not as much now, but like the turn into the 2020s, oh, they were loving that mid-song genre switch. But it's just so creative every single time where it's over like that. It catches you off guard and out of nowhere. And then by the time you realize that like, hey, something's not right here, and then you think you figured it out, it goes back to business resumed with AIMERS. And I really like that because it's happened twice. And these are not accidental. Well, actually, the producer from Fight Inside mentioned that it was initial accident, but they liked it, so they went with it. And I kind of wonder what the backstory with this one is. But if this becomes a sound signature for this group, I'm not going to be mad at it. In fact, I'm going to be looking forward to coming across more moments like this from this group. AIMERS, I see you. I see you, gentlemen. Okay. But that is it from me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day-to-day. Know that wherever you are in the world, should you come across a time in your life where life's thrown some curveballs at you, you're going through a tough patch in your life for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, just know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time.